can optimize.
You have another thing. You talk about the male friend test. I love this. So I talk about this from both sides of the coin. I have a ton of female friends because I host a bunch of bikini competitions, whatever. And often they start catching feelings for me. I put them in the friend zone. I never show them intent. I don't even hug them like face on. You remember we talked about if a girl had chlamydia, would you even hug her face to face? You wouldn't even hug her face to face. Right. And that's how I am. And a lot of times they consistently see me with other women and they'll start catching feelings. You talk about a male friend test where the girl knows that these other guys want to sleep with her, but she's still continuing to have a bunch of male friends while she's dating you. Do you remember this whole thing?
I don't remember specifically what video it was, but I think that like how I come to terms with that for myself is I say, okay, so if women optimize for survival and future survival and long-term security, it would obviously make sense for her to secure potential investment from a variety of guys. So even though she loves this guy currently in the moment and she feels that discrepancy in sexual market values there, the more social media followers she has and the more attention she's gaining, the more technically, I think, subconsciously goes on in her brain where she goes, I'm safer and I'm more secure at 1 million followers than I am at 100,000.
Yes, because she's elevated. That'll rescue me.
Right, at least there's someone out there. And the more someones there are out there for her, whether it be male friends or whatever the case may be. Because here's what guys need to realize, even if you're a girl's friend, you're still bringing her value in some way, shape, or form if she's willing to keep talking to you.
That's true.
So you got to see that for what it is too. And that's why I think they keep a lot of different guys at play and some at bay. And she knows if she breaks up with a guy or if she exits a relationship, she knows who's number 1 in line, who's 2 in line, and who's 3 in line like that. And she knows this months in advance.
There's an anonymous survey with married women. 70% of them admit to having a backup partner.
I believe it.
Dr. Buss, in his most recent book, When Men Behave Badly, he was talking about how there was the 2 scientists that were married to each other. Eventually, one day, the female, she ends up falling in love with someone that she sees at conventions on a regular basis. And the husband, he was staying back and taking care of their kids together.
Yeah.
When he found a new wife, she lost her shit, started becoming violent because he was the backup partner now. And it was one of these situations where, like, when you lose the backup, or I've seen this before where I'll start, like, a girl I'll be friends with or whatever, and she has a boyfriend, and I'll start dating a girl, and she'll start treating me different because maybe I was the backup partner.
Yeah.
What I've said before is, as a guy, if you're single, you should have a ton of women in your life competing for your attention, friends or otherwise. If you're a guy, your girlfriend, here's the problem. People think it's guys hitting on your girl that's the problem. If your girlfriend's pretty, guys are going to hit on your girl. That's not their job to not hit on your girl.
Yeah.
It's her job to not let the guy touch her.
You're right.
The issue, the real problem is the guys who don't hit on your girl. The guys who have so many women in their life. Your girlfriend's a stunner, and he's like, oh, what up, Becky? Fist bump. And you could tell, like, he's just not interested. Every day she's going to see the girls who are attracted to him. Every day she's going to see how unaffected he is. Every day she's going to see who follows him.
100%.
And she's going to be like, go. She's going to, like, cheer him on. But internally, she starts to catch feelings. And I can tell you several dozen instances in my life where I just put a girl in the friend zone, no interest whatsoever. You know, maybe she breaks up with her boyfriend, and then all of a sudden she's, like, naked in my bed, and I didn't do anything, but we're just friends. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I think, too, women's love is very much fantasy-based. And I also think that women obviously fall in love with like, here's what I tell my guys, too, is I say, women don't fall in love with your real-world value. Women fall in love with fantasies and illusions of value of what the guy they don't have could be like. So she is constantly envisioning what life would be like with this other guy that she doesn't have access to. And the more out of touch you are, the more she falls in love with you over everybody else. So, like, yeah, a lot of guys too will have to understand that it's just opposite mating strategies.
Yeah.
And what you believe, like, guys will believe if I don't approach her, if I don't talk to her, if I don't give her that interest to show her I'm willing to take things to the next level romantically, that's going to punish me for the future with her and she's going to lose interest in me. And it just couldn't be further from the truth. Their love is completely different. It's fantasy based. It's story based. It's this illusion of this guy who she doesn't yet have access to and would like to know what he's like. There's a ton of layers to it, and that's why every female romance novel is that way, you know?
Yeah.
So that's how I rationalize it for myself.